When I was 16, my whole world was turned upside down. I made one of the most horrific decisions in my life, and it cost me. I was charged with first-degree murder, armed robbery with a firearm, and sentenced to 2 natural life terms in prison without the possibility of parole. And I've served 31 years in prison. And my life has been a disaster. What's up, y'all? This JD with Redemption King. Yeah. Today, man, I got some stories for y'all that's really gonna be emotional, but also like crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. You know, one of the craziest things that you will ever experience in prison, and I know this here, I know it to be true. And the reason why I can say this here is because I was one of them. I was one of them. Listen, I done seen some dudes lose their minds behind women while they in the chain gang. That's the worst thing that you can ever do when you in prison, is just to keep your mind constantly on the female. Because you don't know what she doing out there. You understand? Especially the girls in the 2000s. No disrespect to the ones back then in the day, but these girls these days, yeah, soon as you come to jail, they out of there. They doing their thing. Now listen to me. You gonna have some females now. I done seen some females stand up for their man in prison. I done seen them come to every visitation. Man, I went out there with my mama, man, and I used to be jealous. I'm like, man, this dude here got all this food on his table. You know what I'm saying? I got me a couple subs. You know what I'm saying? I need me an old lady coming down here. Absolutely. But, you know, it's some soldiers out there that'll stand up for their man. But boy, look at here. When it flips, when the situation flips, some dudes will even go so low as to killing themselves because their old lady has left them. They even resort to going the other way. And y'all know what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, I had a friend, man. I'm not gonna put this man's name out there. But I had a partner, man, that was in love. In love. Listen, baby hitting the road every week, coming down there to see the kid, man. Kid eating. He going to the canteen, swiping his card. He can go in there and get anything he want. And listen, the people charging us arms and a leg and up. That canteen ain't cheap. I don't know why people think because you in prison, you getting treated any differently than the people that's out there on the street. You getting treated worse because they beating your tail where we at. Plus they getting your money. Not our money, but our people money. Anyway, that's a whole nother subject. But my partner was mesmerized by this female, man. And I used to tell him, I'm like, man, listen, man, you got a lot of time, dog. You need to start, you know, stop being so infatuated with this girl. Yeah, deal with her. But don't deal with her with your heart. See, listen, your heart is your mind, your will, and your soul, which make up your emotions. That's what your heart is. People think it's right here, this thing beating, boop, 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 boop. That heart is here. They get that, it's over. If this dies too, it's over. Absolutely. So this is just as important as this. But this is where you take it from. Pay attention. I told my partner, man, do not give her your heart. Give your heart to God because he know what to do with it. A woman might crush it. Some women don't even know they crushing another man's heart. But man, when you in the chain gang, I done seen dudes went from like this here to swollen up. I'm like, what happened to this dude here? Man, his old lady left. I be like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? One time I had a cat that had a tomcat. And listen to me, this tomcat was tearing this cat up. They had babies out the galore. But when this cat decided she wanted to leave and went with another tomcat that could treat her better and get food, this tomcat was out there, a cat. I see the cat wailing in the chain gang. I couldn't believe it. I said, man, these girls something else. In the chain gang. Yeah, absolutely. I said that. So dudes out there, you feel me? You can't control a woman, especially if you in prison. You can't, they gonna do what they do. I had to learn that the hard way. Yeah, your boy, JD, you know what I'm saying, from Redemption Kings, had to learn that the hard way. It's been many females that have came through my life in love. They came through my life and they love. You know, sometimes dudes in the chain gang, they be the only thing left. That's how much disadvantage they are. You know, some dudes that have life sentences, they'll grab onto anything for instant gratification or to take their minds off what they're dealing with. See, I had a life sentence. I had 2 of them. And that was a road that I was traveling down. I was going down that road to, man, anything that would make my life better in this prison, I want to do it. For why is I'm depriving myself of anything? I'm already dead in here. That was my thought. But little did I know that there was a plan for me. A plan for redemption. A plan to be a king. A plan to come out here and tell y'all, my fans, those who I love, they got the ability to be redeemed, to be redemption king. Yeah, it ain't gotta take place just in prison. You can be it right here, right now. Absolutely. Absolutely. You can be right here, right now. See, it takes guts and it takes willpower to admit when you're wrong. Yeah, it takes that. Listen, it's so many people in prison and out here in these streets that go through so much stuff because they don't want to admit when they're wrong. You're wrong. And you know you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? It was dudes in prison that I seen get mad and it was wrong. Listen, when I was at South Bay, we had a dude there. We used to call him Conehead. Now, the reason why we call him dude Conehead is exactly what's flashing through your minds right now. This cat had a cone head. I'm talking about he kept a hat on, but one day he took that thing out. Now listen, I know y'all might scream because I got a bald head, but this dude had a bald head too, but his junk went just like they said. Y'all know the people they had back in the 60s and 70s that were coming off them spaceships? That's the type of head he had. And everybody called him Conehead. He was cool with that. Conehead was cool with that. And Conehead, I think Conehead was from Miami. Now Conehead had a slick 50. Anybody don't know what a slick 50 is, it's a slick mouth. Conehead had a slick mouth, man. Conehead he'll tell you off in a minute. He'll tell you off in a minute. But one day, Conehead got it wrong. Conehead got it wrong. Conehead cussed out a young dude in our dorm. This young dude fenced me like this here. You hear me? This young dude here can throw them hands. I'm talking about unbelievably fast. But Conehead, I guess he just, you know what I'm saying, one part of his head forgot about the other. That this dude was throwing hands like that. So man, listen, Conehead talking trash to the dude and flinched at him. And when Conehead flinched at him, the dude ducked, moved it off. And so Conehead was like, hey man, this dude don't know how to fight. This dude ain't got no head because the dude flinched. He thought Conehead had thrown the swung at him. So Conehead was like, man, come in this room. Come in this room, right? Come in this room. We gonna fade, we gonna slide. So dude, man, said, man, young dude said, man, listen, man, I don't know who you is, man, but you don't want this. So Conehead was like, nigga, you don't want this. What you wanna do? Man, Conehead, young dude, went in the room first. So I'm like, Conehead, man, listen, man. Leave that young man. Listen, I'm trying to save Conehead. I'm trying to save him. I'm like, Conehead, leave that man alone. Man, no, man, I'm finna whoop this shit. These shit need to be taught. I said, all right. So listen, Conehead go in the room with him. I'm like, oh, man, Conehead got some heart. Conehead finna go in the room with that young dude. Conehead went in there, man. He was like, come on, Jit. Conehead threw a right. Jit weeded. Conehead threw a left. Jit weeded. Next thing I knew, because it was crowded at the door, I see Conehead head hit the wall, boom. And then when it come off the wall, do it again, boom. Conehead was sliding out the door, down the wall, telling people to crack, open the door, somebody get him. You know what I'm saying? I'm laughing. Everybody at the door laughing. Even the dude that just knocked him to the floor, he started laughing. Because this dude, even though he was a young man, he was doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing. Listen, the world is full of so many things that we just let flow through us every day. And we gotta take control of it, man. We gotta stop letting things just get in our way. You know, it's things that get in our way that we got to remove, man. And listen, I know where y'all think I'm finna come from with this. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing physical. It's got to do with these mental blocks, these mental things that come into, these images that come into our mind that says that we can't move past this obstacle. What mountain? What boulder? Huh? We redemption kings, y'all. We can move past anything. I had many mountains in my life. In prison, listen, when you got life sentence on you, everything is a mountain. Don't nothing get easy. As the years flow by and flow by and flow by, you know, the mental mountain is what get heavy. The mind strength, the tears, the watching your mother grow old right before your eyes. That type of anguish. Yeah. Yeah, see, I done had partners, man, in the chain gang that lost and people that they loved. You know, I had one brother, man, he had woke up, you know, his mother was supposed to come visit him. And this was my best friend. And before his mother can come visit him, she passed, man. That was one of the worst things I've ever seen or I had to experience in my whole life, was hurting and feeling that pain that my brother was feeling and couldn't do nothing about it. Couldn't do anything about it. Absolutely, man. See, you know, you brothers that's free, that's out here on these streets, you need to stay here. This what's happening at. It ain't in the chain gang, but you know what? We throw bricks. We throw bricks at the chain gang every day. We throw bricks. See, when I was in prison, I was throwing bricks outside the chain gang. I was trying to hit somebody to let them know, hey, I'm still in here. You know what I'm saying? See, it's dudes like that. See, it's dudes like that, man. You get in here, these get some dudes that get in prison, man. These dudes ain't paying attention to none of y'all when y'all was on the street. But as soon as they get to prison, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was best buddies. Like, man, I just met you at the store when we was on the street. And this dude talking about your sister, your cousins, who you know, and all this other stuff, trying to get you locking and get your wham-whams and your juju. And if anybody don't know what wham-whams and jujus is, that's soups, chips, soups, chips, cookies, soups, chips. That's what they get in the chain gang. So if you like soup, go to the chain gang. You know what I'm saying? If you like, you know, naps, go to the chain gang. You know what I'm saying? But if you like lobster, if you like steaks, man, even if you like Raggedy McDonald's, now I ain't mean to call it Raggedy McDonald's because y'all might offer me something next in a years to come, so y'all ain't raggedy, my bad. But if you like any fast food restaurant that don't agree with you, you can cut that off, but in the chain gang, you can't do that, baby. Listen, when they call child in the chain gang, you can hear echoes in the dorm. The only dudes, listen, I don't know why the police can never knock these dudes out. Listen, the only dudes that's in the dorm when they call child is the dudes that got it. They ain't going to the child hall. They got all the food. The child hall is coming to them. Them the niggas you need, them the cats you need to be watching, not us. Not us, believe me. You feel me? Listen, one of the worst things that I ever experienced in the chain gang is having to strip before another man. You know what I'm saying? I got lucky one time though, y'all. I got lucky one time. You know, I was locked in the county jail, me and my partner. And my partner, you know, he had money. My dog had money, man. This dude here was a real cool cat, man. Real cool cat in the county with me. And he had a lot of girl problems though. He had a lot of women problems, plenty of them. You know, but this is my brother. And one night, you know, the police come to our cell and they like, hey, y'all need to step out the cell, put the handcuffs on. I'm like, you know, what's going on? Cause man, I'm pending release from. I'm believing God to deliver me from this prison. You know, so these dudes coming to my cell putting handcuffs on. I'm like, man, what y'all putting handcuffs on me for? So, dude, like, man, we'll tell y'all what's going on when we get y'all to the cell. I'm like, oh man, I'm booked already. Don't even know what it's about. So they separate me and my bunkie, and they tell us, they say, hey man, somebody said they saw y'all with a phone, man. What a phone at? So I'm like, phone? What phone? We got tablets that got phones on the tablets down here in Florida. Yeah, we got that. In the county jail, not in prison, but in the county jail. But dude was like, man, you know, I ain't got no phone. I said, man, listen, I know y'all ain't trying me like that. Y'all know I ain't doing no roll. I'm trying to get up out of here. So, dude like, man, we got to shake y'all down. Y'all got to strip. And I was like, man, I don't mind stripping. You know, I done stripped 100 times, 1,000 times in the chain gang. Because every shakedown, you going to get stripped to the max in the prison system, bro. I'm talking about, yeah, coughing, squatting and coughing. Absolutely. But in this particular instance, you know, the dude that was talking to me, I know him as a cool officer. He was cool. But then the sergeant came down and he was cool too. But this dude went the other way. So I'm like, hold on. I'm finna get shook down like this here, like here. And my dog was like, hey man. He was like, man, let the other dude shake me down. Right? So I'm looking. And I'm like, man, I ain't gonna even say that. So the dude that was cool ended up shaking me down. You know what I'm saying? So the other dude said, nah, I want him. I said, oh my God. I said, hey. So my dog went down there, got shit down. He came back, they ain't find nothing. They got us back to the door. So my dog pissed off. He hot. Right? So you know me, you know JD. I gotta stick it in him, baby. I gotta give it to him. You know, I gotta give it to him. I said, listen, man. you know, I don't know what you got, what kind of swag you got, but boy, you know how to pull him. Oh, he went off. Yes, he did. He went off. You know, and I told him, I said, listen, I said, you might as well get used to that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go into the chain gang, that's what you gonna get every time. He done been there before, so he know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? See, he came back to prison. He came back. And you listen, when you get out there and get free and get a taste of that freedom once out there and come back, it's worse. It's worse, man, because you know what's out there. You know you don't supposed to be back in the chain gang. You know you supposed to be out here progressing. Listen, JD ain't going back. I ain't going backwards. I ain't going backwards. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, check this out. Man, the dude that was in love with the girl, man, he just completely lost everything that he had. Listen, have y'all ever seen a girl take everything a man had without her having being there? You know, that's crazy. I ain't never seen that before. I can see if you was out on the street, you messing with this girl, y'all sleeping together. You know what I'm saying? She done hit you a couple times, broke your window a couple times, and y'all done went through whatever y'all went through, right? I can see that. But for you to be, you know, 100 miles away from this person, she come and see you once a month, and she take everything. See, females are serious business, man. Especially for dudes in the chain gang. That's why I stayed away from. Yeah, earlier in my bid, yeah. You know, I was hard to handle. I was off the chain. But I had to grow and recognize that, you know, being in prison is a disadvantage. It's hard, man. It's hard to make it in there. It's a whole different world than what you're used to out here. Yes, it is. It's hard to make it, man. You need an advantage to make it in this life. You need an advantage. And sometimes I'm gonna tell y'all, man, everybody looking on the outside for advantages to come, but really your advantage starts on the inside out. My dog, he couldn't take the girl leaving him. And guess what? She left him for his partner. No, man. So now you done got 2 stones dropped out your life. Your girl gone and your dog that send you money gone. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst. But listen, now you right here. You know, I got to give you some soups and chips. I can't, because I knew what you was before you, you know what I'm saying? You lost everything. You had swag about yourself. You had pride. But you know what? You see some dudes that's not close to you, right? That's going through the same things, and man, these dudes sliding off. You know what I'm saying? At night, you can look at the bathroom, they going down there, took a boy down there to the bathroom, they just gave up the ghost. You know what I'm saying? Man, stay strong, man. I used to sit, and I used to watch this stuff, and I used to wonder, Lord, I'm gonna be that guy? You know, is my mind gonna shrink to that size? Heck no, absolutely not. JD ain't never giving up, baby. Absolutely. And see, I want y'all to get this energy that I got. I want y'all to feel this, what I feel, because it's real, baby. I overcame 2 natural life sentences. I spent 31 years in the chain gang. And guess what? The victim mother in my case, me and her are the best of friends. I love her dearly, and she loved me as well. And we moving things out here. That's what forgiveness brings. That's what redemption brings. See, let me tell y'all something, man. You know, those of you out there that want to change, if you want to change and you start doing it, your world can't stay the same, baby. It gotta change, because you're no longer the same. Think about that. JD, Redeemed Kings, baby. Listen, like, comment, and subscribe to Redemption Kings, y'all. Let's let the world know what we talking about. Yeah, baby, I'ma holler.